The United States of America claims to be the beacon of democracy, a nation that advocates and preaches for sovereignty, equality, freedom, and self-determination as their universal principle. But behind the rhetoric of partnership and stability is nothing but deception, lies, and deceit. In Africa, the United States of America has committed regime change on government that is opposed to Western economic and strategic interest. The next report has got the details.
The United States of America has been involved directly or indirectly in regime change efforts across several African countries during the Cold War and post-Cold War period. Democratic Republic of the Congo, 1960 to 1965. After independence from Belgium, Prime Minister Patrice Lumumba sought assistance from the Soviet Union amid internal unrest. The United States of America viewed him as a Cold War threat. The CIA supported political rivals, including Joseph Mobutu. CIA helped to orchestrate the overthrow and assassination of Lumumba in 1961. Mobutu ruled for over 30 years with strong Western backing. His authoritarian rule hollowed out institutions, entrenched corruption, and fueled later civil wars that killed millions of Africans. Ghana, 1966. President Kwame Nkrumah, a Pan-Africanist and critic of Western neo-colonial influence, was overthrown in a military coup. Declassified U.S. documents show American officials were aware of and sympathetic to the coup plotters. Ghana entered a long period of military coups and political instability. Nkrumah's removal weakened Pan-African political movements. Critics argue that Cold War priorities undermined democratic sovereignty in favor of geopolitical alignment. Angola, 1970s to 1990s. During Angola's civil war, the U.S. supported the UNITA rebel movement against the Soviet and Cuban-backed MPLA government. The war lasted nearly 3 decades. Hundreds of thousands were killed. Massive displacement and landmine contamination persisted long after fighting ended. Scholars often describe Angola as a Cold War proxy battlefield where external powers prolonged conflict far beyond what internal politics alone might have produced. Libya, 2011. The U.S., through NATO, supported military intervention against Muammar Gaddafi during the Arab Spring uprising. With the help of America and NATO, Gaddafi was removed and killed. Libya fragmented into rival militias and competing governments. Weapons from Libya spread across the Sahel, contributing to insurgencies in Mali and beyond. Human trafficking and migrant slavery networks expanded. While framed as a humanitarian intervention, critics argue there was no viable post-war stabilization plan, leading to state collapse and regional instability. Somalia, 1990s to present day. U.S. military involvement began in the early 1990s. In the 2000s, the U.S. backed Ethiopian intervention against the Islamic Courts Union. The 2006 intervention helped trigger the rise of al-Shabaab. Ongoing drone warfare has weakened militant groups, but also fueled anti-American sentiment. Critics argue that repeated external interventions have entrenched Somalia's conflict rather than resolving its political fragmentation. Sudan. The U.S. imposed sanctions and supported opposition movements. The United States backed South Sudan's independence. South Sudan's 2011 independence weakened Khartoum, but led to its own devastating civil war. Sudan itself has remained politically unstable, culminating in repeated coups and civil conflict. Some analysts argue U.S. policy focused on isolating regimes without sufficiently investing in post-secession or post-authoritarian stabilization. Egypt, 2011. The U.S. had long supported Hosni Mubarak's authoritarian government. During the Arab Spring protests, it shifted position and accepted his removal.